said, for everyone, I tell you the truth, anyone who will not receive the kingdom of God like a little child will never enter it. May God add His blessings. It's nice time for all of us to be in God's presence. I take this time to thank my tutorial group for leading us in a meaningful time of worship. We all like children. We love children and we like children. God also loves children. Especially in the New Testament, we see Jesus gave special attention to children. There are two occasions where Jesus used the importance of children. The first time when disciples were arguing among themselves about who was greatest among them. Then Jesus called one of the children and stood among them and told him, whoever humbles himself like a child will be the greatest in God's kingdom. And the second instance is the passage that we read today. As Jesus was sharing the message, some of the parents brought their children. In Matthew's Gospel, it is written that Jesus wanted to touch them and pray for them. It was a practice among Jewish people. Usually parents used to bring their at least 1-year-old babies to the rabbis to be prayed for. So this might be the same custom they understood or they considered Jesus also as a rabbi and brought their children to be prayed for. But disciples thought it as a disturbance and therefore they prevented that parents to coming to Jesus. By seeing this, Jesus rebuked them. Jesus asked them to bring their children. Children have a lot of good qualities. The most important character that I like from any children is they don't pretend. They don't have the mask. Sometimes we may say, oh, they spoil all the situation or the party, they do not know how to behave. But it might be because they do not know how to cover up themselves. We are very good in covering up things. Sometimes we may not like a person, but still we say, yeah, you like very good, very nice. But in our heart, sometimes we may say, the most foolish fellow that is. So we know how to cover up the things. I remember last year I had some guests, Malayali people, came to my room to invite me to Onam programs. This is also Onam season. So a few of them came to my house and I asked my daughter Aksa, you go and ask Benin sir whether I should send them to your room. So Benin sir said something. Then Aksa came to my house, came to our house. Before all of them, Aksa told me, Benin sir told that somehow send them away. Children do not know how to manage the situation, but it is something like they don't have the cover. We many times we pretend to be very good, but often we are not. So this is one of the good qualities that we need to understand. We need to learn from children. At the same time, we need to understand the Bible has not romanticized children. As I told you, sometimes they spoil the situation, sometimes our children are rebellious. As parents, we know that they create all lot of problems. And sometimes it might be embarrassing to the parents. Even in the New Testament we see, Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, 20, stop thinking like children. In relation to evil, be like infants, but in thinking, be mature like adults. At another occasion in Galatians chapter 4, chapter 4:1, Paul said, as long as the heir is a child, he is not different from a slave, although he is in charge of all the estate. So in New Testament we need to understand children have an inferior role, inferior social status. Even I read somewhere that a Roman father had the authority to punish their children and even to kill his son. Many unwanted children were exposed to death. Children had a low status, social status. Here Jesus used these inferior ones to communicate some important lessons about the kingdom of God. When I see this passage, there are many ways we can interpret the passage. Often we take three stands in this interpretation. The first way of interpretation is in relation to special programs for children like birthday party or infant baptism or dedication of a child. We take this passage to educate the parents their role to bring their children to Christ. That is the first way we use this passage. Another way is character study. We take some characters, some qualities of children and equate with the kingdom, God's kingdom. And the third type is considering these children as inferior ones and academically we preach something to accept the inferior ones, inferior people, inferior social groups. Today I go with the second one, character study. Jesus taught that we are God's children. Jesus especially taught that God as the Father. Compared to Old Testament, New Testament has more reference about God as the Father. In comparison to 15 times in the Old Testament, Gospel itself has 165 references about God as the Father. In the Old Testament period, Israel considered God as the Father, or Israel as the Son. Or sometimes some individuals, something like Solomon, God said to David that your son will be, I will be father to him. That is in relation to building the temple. Or in some other places in Psalms it is written, I will be father to the widows, to the needy people, to the despised community. In the New Testament, when we see, this is something like an elaborate teaching. Jesus personally addressed God as Father. In 2 or 3 references are there where Jesus used the same term of Jesus is retained. Like Abba means Father. Paul also used the same term and taught us. We are children of God because we receive the spirit of sonship. Because of the spirit of sonship, we are adopted children. Jesus by nature is Son, but we are by adoption God's children. And also God is Father because of the redemption and reconciliation. Therefore often Paul writes, God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. So this is an important teaching in the New Testament. So this evening I like to share 2 aspects which I feel is important to our discussion. Because Jesus said, unless one welcomes the kingdom of God as a child, he or she will not enter into the kingdom of God. Since kingdom of God is a theological term, I am not going to elaborate on that theme. Instead, I simply would take coming to God as children. The first quality that I like from children is something like they depend on parents. Children enjoy depending their parents. It is because children do not have their own strength. in themselves they are powerless. So often they come to parents and they enjoy the presence of parents and they want everything from their parents. And parents also love this one. Parents like this type of character because children do not go to other people for help. Always children come to the parents. They find comfort when they are in parents' hands. Sometimes they demand so many things. As parents, we meet their needs. We never disappoint our children. It is the right of children to come to their parents. This is one of the major qualities, one of the important qualities. They depend on their parents. They understand the love of their father or mother. In Luke chapter 15, we have a parable of two sons. Sometimes we say it as the parable of the prodigal son or lost son. What we need to understand, both children, both sons did not understand the love of the father. It so happened in the life of younger one, the situation made him to understand the love of the father. After deserting the family, he faced a lot of problems and he understood thereby the love of the father. Then he returned back by understanding, by realizing the love of the father. He came back to the house. Then there was a feast, celebration, all lot of things. When the elder son was returning home, he heard the sound of celebration, the feast, and so many things. Then he asked, what is going on there? Then one of the servants said, your younger son has returned. Then all of a sudden, elder son got angry. Father tried to comfort him, explain things to him. But his reply was, throughout my life, I worked very hard for you. I obeyed all your commandments. But still, he did not understand the love of the father. Father tried to convince him, saying, all what I have is yours. Why do you stay outside? He refused to come inside. In the beginning of the story, we have a prejudice, the younger son as the lost one. But at the end of the story, we understand the elder son as the lost one. Throughout his life, he was with the father, but he never understood the heart of father. He himself identified himself as a slave. By obeying all the commandments, he said, I work as a slave here. You have not met my special needs. Although the father was trying to convince, he was not ready to accept the love of the father. Think about the elder son again. I will ask their neighbors, how is that elder son? Everybody would give 100%, 10% marks. He is such a nice fellow. He never creates any problem. Early in the morning, he gets up early in the morning. He does all the duties. But still, his heart was away from the love of Father. He himself can say, I never created any problems. Even Father did not scold it. Father never scolded him. Before all people's eyes, this elder son seems to be very good. But he never understood the love of Father. So often, the same problem may happen to us. Others may say, he is a nice Christian, she is a nice Christian. He works very hard. He never creates any problem. There is no complaint. But still, we might be away from the love of the Father. Away from experiencing the love of Father. It doesn't mean that Father doesn't love us. Father loves us still. But still, how we experience it. I heard one story. One pilot was in a problem as he was flying. He tried his best to solve the things he couldn't. Then he prayed, Lord, help me this time. Throughout my life, I never asked a favor from you. If you help me now, I will never ask again another favor. So this is what some people do. They do the things by their own power, by their own strength. This is a problem in our lives. If we try to do by our own way, this Bible verse is applicable to us. God wants us to depend on God. It is not lip service, but in our heart do we have that dependency. If we continue to experience that strength from Jesus, the strength from God, we feel the joy of salvation. Paul elsewhere explains that kingdom of God is joy in the Holy Spirit. So, are we doing the things by our own strength, or are we depending on God as children depend on their parents? Kingdom of God belongs to Jesus, in other words, was trying to say kingdom of God belongs to people who depend on God. Let us continue to experience the love of the Father. Let us not be like the elder son in the parable as explained in Luke chapter 15. So this is one of the major characters that I see. Children depend on God, depend on their parents, and they enjoy it is their right. Similarly, as children of God, we have to depend on God and continue to experience the love of the Father. We should not be away from the heart of the Father. The second thing I like, a quality I like, is their inner relationship. If you allow children to play with other children, children easily relate with other children. They can easily get along with others unless their parents prevent them from getting along with the other children. Children usually do not carry a big identity. A technical term is life schema. I am so and so. Sometimes we have that identity problems, and that identity keeps us away from interacting from others. Children do not have the superiority-inferiority complex. They can easily relate with one another. Bible teaches that. Take us the identity as God's children, child of God. If we take on the identity as the child of God, then it is easy for us to relate each other. If we consider God as the Father, then there is no problem in relating with the other people who consider themselves as the Father. God as the Father. Not themselves as the Father, but God as the Father. One of the preachers from Kerala, I like him, Father Bobby Jos Katikar. He's a Catholic father. He divides people into two categories. Those people who understand God as the Father, and those people who do not understand God as the Father. That's all. So this is what God expects from us. Understand God as the Father and make that privilege into practice. It gives us confidence. That identity as a child of God never threatens us. That doesn't lead us to crisis, but that gives us more confidence. Accepting others as God's children gives us more comfort. Greek people gave emphasis to justice. Greek philosophers like Socrates and so on, Aristotle, Plato, they talk about justice. Romans were known for hymns, Pax Romana. But how they implemented this peace, how they implemented this justice, it is with cruelty. But Bible teaches us about equality. That's one of the major contributions of the Bible, both Old Testament and New Testament. When we teach equality, there is justice and there is peace. That is inherent within that. If we understand God as the Father, then we have to consider others also as children of God. Kingdom of God belongs to such people. Unless we welcome God's kingdom of God as children welcomes it. Jesus said, no one enters God's kingdom. So this is a lesson for us to examine ourselves, the way how we treat others. Do we consider others as God's children? So let us experience the love of the Father. Let us depend on God as children depend on their parents, and appropriate that understanding in our daily life. That is, accept one another as equals, as children of God. May God bless us through His favor.